So this is the job where me and Chris started. We did the mulching. So it's started at the gate. So they've had a lot of things happen, which they got their trailer up there. Some modular homes, really nice house, really super nice house. I like it. Well, things happen, life, you know, hits you a little hard, so stuff grows up. So we're back to clean everything up, which there's more trees. Let's see. You can see there's a tree down right there. There's a creek that runs along all the way up there, and it's washed out their conduit, and then they got the power lines. Well, they came in and just dropped everything and left a massive mess. When I come up here to look at it a while back, they was wanting to clean it up and all that stuff, and now it's growed up. So we're here to brush cut and then also clean up some of these stumps. I tried to hit it, I hit it with that, but it busted. So I'm gonna have to go get the bucket, and then I'm gonna push this one over because this one's dead. So I think it was this one. No, it's not that one. But anyway, so see these two, there's a bunch of nice ones still standing, but a bunch of privets growed up through here. There's a creek that runs in the middle of this. We got to go all the way up towards the house. So nice. So yeah, we're gonna start pushing and cleaning, and I forgot my chainsaw. It's a Echo Timberwolf. Thing's pile of crap. As soon as I put it on the thing, it started leaking oil out, like gulping out. So I went and bought me a 251C 20-inch bar, 45 cc's. So I like buying these because it's a lot easier. It costs a little bit more, but it's well worth the bigger jug, really. Those are pretty cheap. But anyway, see these stumps right here, we'll have to get the bucket and peel those back. See, this is where I mulched it a little too much, so it's still growing. Anyway, somebody will have something to say about it. We're gonna go ahead and let that warm up just a few more minutes, and then we gotta go from there all the way down. So we should be able to get a bunch done today. There's some also broken trees where I pushed that pile up. There's probably a 2-story pile, and they burned it, but now they got the power line poles right there. So it's gonna be a job, but we'll get it done. All right, so she's warmed up. I let it sit here and took some pictures. So got the head spooling up. Take these glasses off. It's really dark in this tent, but we're gonna go ahead and start chewing it up. I'm pretty sure this is taller than what we had yesterday in some spots. But it's pretty thick grass. I'm just gonna take it a little slow. It's that really thick, I don't know what that stuff is, but it's really thick. Looks like cedar, summer cedars. So go ahead and spoil and look back up. Well, I'm trying to push it back. I know he said there's a hay bale somewhere, and I can't remember if there's 2 of them or just 1, but it's right over there on the left side of us. Got the old tensioners making an absolute freaking racket. I lost my touch. I had it perfect yesterday. This thing's making an absolute racket. mojo. If I can figure out how to get this thing going. Once I get this pushed back, then I can push in, and then we can make our way to the fence line over there. But yeah, this one is a long-term customer. I think it was 22. Yeah, 22. They contacted me, and so this was like a long project from, I think it was like 4 acres, and in the video said started at a gate. I think it was, but I came in and mulched it, and then just a little bit later came in and cleared all the trees, and now they got their new home place. So it's been a fun project, because I mean this one really helped me figure out a lot of the land clearing side. So definitely got to take care of your customers. So we got to a tree. I figured I'd stop, let the GoPro charge a little bit, but it's chewing everything up. I don't want to get too far, which I got as far as I could over there. When I start pulling it, he's got like old hog wire in here too, so I don't want to get too far up on it and rip it out and get it wadded in there, because it don't have the stump things. Yeah, it does. Never mind. It does. You can see it right there. But I found out you can take these off right here. The only thing you chance is when you bounce off trees, and the blades will be sticking out, so you hit the side of it. So I thought about taking them off, because that's an extra 130 pounds off. So I'm going to, I should have brush cut some of this off. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this in half. And they had a pile over here too. You can see right here they got a pile here, so I'm gonna scrape everything back, and I'm gonna cut this up a little bit. That way when I get the bucket, I can stick it in a pile where they can burn it. So I may just make a pile here, because there's some other stuff over here, and that way I can rake all that up. It's a lot easier having to transport it, because you drop a bunch. So we're gonna rake it up, lightly rake it up, which I wish I had a rake for this, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this up, and then once we get done here, I think we got to go all the way up to that little shed up there, and then we'll just cut over and start cutting this inside. So we should be good. All right, so we got all the way up till close to the driveway. We still got this small little patch. There's not really much there, but I'll swivel around here, which I got just this little bit right here to get. That way you can kind of see what we got. We pushed a pretty good bit in like an hour and a half. So I had to get out and chainsaw that tree up and clean it up, move it out of the way, kind of pile it up. So now, oops, that fell. I need to move this gate. See if I can get in here. I may have to brush cut some of the stuff. There we go. I know there's a tub right there. I don't think there's anything else. But this is where, oh well, I'll show you over here. So we got to brush cut all this. Cut all this whole corner out. So we're gonna go ahead and push it back all the way to the corner, and then we got to go all the way up that way, and then we got to make a new trench that exists into this one, old one. So where it runs off from the other property over here, because they got a pond, so it's overflowing in towards the house, but it's washing out their power lines, because there's power lines going this way, and then the conduit runs up to the side of the house this way, and it runs that way, so it's washing it out. So we're gonna go ahead, there's another little crate, but we're gonna go ahead and get this brush cut and started, and just keep on going to the end of the day. All right. I may or may not have forgot those stumps in here. And I got some logs over there. I pulled my truck up a little closer, and I got to get this. I think most of the rest of that stuff can mulch up or chop up a little better. So yeah, this was wet. Like, I got all this right here except for this over here, so it's gonna be a little bit thicker than this over here, just because it was wet when I done this. But now it's been the driest it's ever been. So I pushed this, and I forgot this pile was here. So I'm gonna stack a bunch of those logs, cut them, and throw them on top. That way it'll get nice and hot. Ouch. Got a stump right here, so just gotta watch out, because I came over and smacked this tree over here. Oop, there's a creek. Smack that, which I think it's right down in here where they just laid it down and then just ran the stuff. So, and this is where it wides in. It comes in from that field over here, and then it comes in from over here. So we're going to go ahead set up GoPro right on this stump, and then we're going to go ahead and clean up all this right here, and then I think by the time I get all this done, it'll be about lunchtime. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead, and this is the biggest area I couldn't get over because it was so wet. So we're going to go ahead and try to clean all this up for the remainder of the time. So I wrapped up some barbed wire. Got some of this right here. Luckily, the way it wadded, it didn't get too bad. All right, so I told them I could do it with this, but I'm having to dig for the, it's a little bit clay like material. I mean, it's pretty damp. So my plan is, because they're wanting me to dig a little trench because it's washed out like right behind the machine, I gotta cut all this up and clean some of this stuff up right here. So I'm gonna go grab the skid steer and the mulcher and the grapple. So that's what I'm gonna do. So it's gonna be a load and a half for that little 450 since it's got a cracked ring or something. So my plan is to rip up all this other small stuff and mulch everything else up, and then grapple some of this, just because it's taking a good bit with the excavator. So I can come in and mulch most of this, and I can use the excavator to sift through some of the stuff. So that turns out pretty good. So, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We gotta rip up some of these, and then they're wanting to bring this burn pile back. So I'm seeing some yellow jackets flying around here and there, so now we got to be careful. So it's getting nice and warm outside. So my plan is to rip up all this stuff in the center and then make a little trench down through here, and then it goes on that lower side. There's a right there on probably about 15, maybe 15 foot, there's another little galley right there, so I can rip all this out and then it'll be in this swell right here. So but I got this opened up. I think it'd look 10 times better if I come in and rip all this up, chop it up into smaller pieces where they can burn it. Excuse me. But that's what we're gonna do. So that way we can rake all this stuff up and make it look a little better with the brush cutters. It's doing what it's designed to do, but not this bigger stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. So I decided to get the excavator brush cutter off and at least rip up in this area, so that way I could get in with a skid steer, kind of start going and hammering down. So that's probably what I'll do, is finish up everything I can today and then just come in and mulch all this, just wads of everything, and I can mulch some of the stump ends up too as well. It's really not that bad, but the mulcher would do 10 times better. Rip up these right here, mulch it up, really just chop it up and burn it. So we got that big tree, I pushed it over, which I'm gonna chainsaw it up. Just literally all this little small brush and just mulch most of it. So let's get back to it. And so we got to move those piles so that the brush, not the brush cutter, but the grapple on the skid steer will be 10 times better to move it over here. And then got to rip up this tree, which is, it's still alive. It fell over and it's sprouted. So let's keep on rolling. All right, so after pushing this end, you can already tell a big difference. I don't know if I like this or not, because it's got it says light 04 steel. Our chain arm needs to be tightened up. It's the MS 251C. It's got like a compression thing or something. Like you pull it and then it tries to start by itself. I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work, but I need to look more into it. But I'm already cutting up the tree that laid across, goes up under the pile. So we're gonna have to cut all this up tomorrow. And I'm trying to make it where I can mulch it, most of the stuff, and then burn the rest of it. The big stuff is what I'm trying to leave. So see how much. This is where me and Chris pushed the pile up right in here, because it was like a big spot we pushed back, and then all we did was right there where the house is, pushed everything straight down into here. We pushed it pretty much on top of these trees that the power company cut out, that way they wasn't too close. You can see a tree branch right there. So what we're gonna have to do is bring the skid steer tomorrow, because right now I'm just trying to get everything to where like I can be more productive that way, and then leave an hour early or something, or leave an hour and then go get it and then have it ready for tomorrow. So just come in, mulch everything up, clean it up, that way it'll look a little better than like if I come in and push this up and it's just gonna have dirt and everything else. I can mulch everything up and then grapple everything up too. It's gonna cost me just a little bit on my side, because I was going to try to do it with this. So it'd be a lot easier to grapple and fine tune some of this stuff with a mulcher and a grapple. So but I mean, it's taken me almost 2 years to get able to get over here because of the dry spell we have. So my plan is to go ahead and rip this tree out, clean it up, and then you ain't seen it, but there's a big old like massive hole over there. It's a Mini Cooper size. We're gonna take the dirt right there. You can kind of see it's a big mound. Take it after we get everything cleaned up, mulched up, and then all this grappled over there, because it's away from the cows, but it's also away from the power line, so they can burn the rest of this stuff and then have a view. So we'll see how it goes, but definitely got everything ready for the mulcher tomorrow. We'll have everything ready, and then whatever we don't get, we can just kind of push it, and whatever we can't get, just sift everything around. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. So I'm in this little hound here. Where's you go? Where you going? So we got these trees ripped up. The GoPro was dead as usual. I feel like they only last like 5 minutes. This shovel got really lucky. You got the zoomies, because I didn't know it was stuck to one of them trees on the side over there, and I just slinging them around and pushing them, and it was just laying there. So I'm gonna let this settle and sift this around in the morning. I'm gonna go grab the skid steer. What are you doing? So I want to show you what we got. So the rest of this stuff, I think his septic tank's like, we can tell where it's really green. Don't put your nose on it, you'll burn it. Hey, you burn your nose, you goober. So cow's hanging out watching us over there. I'm gonna come in and mulch up all the small stuff, just a little brush, clean this up, and then go around them logs right there, just clean up all the brush. And then once I get pretty much to over there, I'm going to re-sift everything and kind of clean it up and blade it, make it look a little nicer. But if I come in and mulch it and stuff like that, it'll be 10 times better than brush cutting it. So, and all that, it'll be 10 times faster. So since it's dry, I didn't know it was gonna be dry. That way, if it was wet, see, we got this big old mound of a hole here. And that top broke out of that one, and it laid over there, which Where's the top at? I can't remember. It's somewhere over here. Ouch. But yeah, it's right there. So I came in and bladed it. So once I come in and mulch it, it'll let me see the layout of the land and see what we got. But the rest of this stuff I can just come in and mulch it, no problem. Just chew it up, be done with it. And that way it'll be less pile to push. And we got that one right there. You can see where it's got a broken top out of it right there. So just a little bit of blade and stuff like that. It'll look a little look a little better. And then the pond is right there. So now I think it was doing washing down, and then it's just washing down this way because it came this way, came that way, and it washed around that pile. So we're gonna have to re-dig it some way. So once I come in here and mulch it, I can see how everything's supposed to be laid out, or should be laid out, and go through. I may have to snake it down this way and then snake it wherever the lowest point's at. All right, so I got home, got that on. I was fixing to literally just drive another 35 minutes down the road, but something in my gut told me to chain up. So how I got this is picked it up, just tilted it back, got it on there, and then everything looks good, nothing's busted, broken. Got everything loaded, got it exactly where I need it. It's about where I want it. It's good on the old Smoky here. So this thing's heavy. I'm pretty sure it won't go anywhere. But we're gonna go ahead and strap that piece down with a chain and then go ahead and bind it down. So should be good for tomorrow. Should be good. Let's see. Try to make that a thumbnail. It looks pretty slick. Pretty slick. But yeah, let's I gotta fix this. I'm not sure. I seen oil coming from the side right here. Not really sure if it's cracked or what. I mean, this thing's been beat, slung. Surprised it ain't been drove over. That's what happened to one of my other ones. I think it was either me or Chris that ran one over. I think it was me. But yeah, let's go ahead and get chained down, and we'll be there in the morning and go ahead and we should be able to finish the job and get it done and get paid. Look at that.